Hey guys, so today I wanted to come to talk to you about a thing what we call emotional stress. Now, this is a topic that we need to talk about more because there's so many dads that I am finding throughout the program that we've utilized and in the conversations that I have that are suffering from things such as stress, depression, anxiety, overwhelm, and it's becoming a more and more larger issue in the greater population as a whole. But today I just want to emphasize the fact of talking about dads with this, and a lot of the time with emotions we can be really bad, really bad, because we're not trained. This is not something that we learn in school. This is not something that we're trained from a very early age to be able to deal with emotions. So a lot of the time when emotions come up, what it does, it causes a stress response in the body, and that stress response is basically what you know as the fight, flight, or freeze system. All right, because it produces a stress response, this is the way that the body, our biology, reacts to that stress because we don't know how to handle these emotions. Sometimes we're aware of this happening, a lot of the time we're not. It can happen unconsciously as well. So there's three ways and the way we deal with this, right? When emotions come up, especially for dads as well, we tend to either one, suppress it and push it down, right? So it doesn't come up and we don't express ourselves. And then what happens with that is that if we push it down enough, then it can become depressed and become a depressive state. We either look to express it. Now that will commonly look like when we lose our temper, bang, bang, and something small will set us off and all of a sudden all the steam will just go poof. But the problem with that form of expression is we only tend to let a little bit out to the top before we put the lid back on again and then suppress it again. And then the last method is escape, right? And an escape is all what we see in the modern world today. You know, we see it with drink, we see it with drugs, we see it with movie industries, we see it with gaming industries. Everything is there to design to get us not to feel or to channel our emotions into other things, other vices that get us to stop feeling. But the problem is that develops just more and more of a void and become more and more separate from obviously that power that exists inside us. So that method is called the C method, or I call it the C method, the SEE, the suppression, the expression, or the escape method. So a lot of the time within the Bulletproof Dad program, what we talk about is being able to identify some of the ways that we all deal with this, whether we suppress more than others, whether we express more than the other two, whether we look to escape, whether we've got a combination of all three, which is a distinct possibility for most people. But we talk about being able to recognize when these things are coming up, and then most importantly, we talk about solutions. So we talk about ways that we can develop our mindset, the way that we can develop our breathing, the way that we can develop visualization, and so on, that helps us to be able to move through emotional turmoil in a much more productive way. So I'll be interested to hear some of your comments below about this method and whether you can recognize any of those three things, and if so, which method that you go to as a go-to, or whether you go to all three. All right guys, hope you're all well. Speak soon.